Welcome back to Good Enough Garage. In front of me is a Mitsubishi Outlander Charger. Behind me, a beautiful backdrop of trash cans. I want to talk to you about my idea for how I plan on mounting it and see what you guys think about it. So when mounting this box, there are some contingencies. I think this has been pointed out to be the top for me, so I don't know if it makes a difference if it's mounted upside down or right side up. Because it has liquid cooling, I'm going to keep the correct orientation. I don't think the electronics care, but the cooling may have some sort of impact if it's upside down. Then if we look at it, this was what I call a blank wall or blank side of it, whereas this one has an electronic outlet, a water outlet, similar to this one, high voltage outlet, although this could be unscrewed and rotated, but then this nipple for coolant. Then here, this is the battery input, output. This would be output, I guess. And then this is a regular 12 volt positive charge. So when I go to shove this into the Volkswagen, into the Rabbit, pretend that you're standing in front of the vehicle, you're in front of the car. This would butt up against the floor drop right where your feet would go if you were sitting in the back seat. So this here would have a metal wall in front of it. So ideally it would go there. And then I plan on suspending it. So at this time, I am limited in my metal resources in the shed of stuff. I found some random bits that I think I took off of a Lazy Boy chair, like a recliner. I hope this isn't pot metal, and I hope this is weldable because these are the stars of our show. So what I plan on doing is running 2 braces like so. And then, let me show you a good side, maybe. So I would run it like this, and then use some metal of the same thickness. This is really thin. I think it's 1/8 of an inch, if that, but it's the same as this. I would make a plate, shape it a bit, tap in at least to these 2 pretty bulky bolts, and then maybe even this 3rd one. And so then that would be on the side, but it would be sandwiched and suspended. The reason I don't favor building a rack underneath is because there is that crossbar, the semi-rear independent suspension torsion bar doohickey thingy. So rather than rails it sits on, it will be hanging, if you will. I think that might work. I may shave these. I don't know what purpose these serve other than getting in the way and preventing some sort of what I would call flatability for this to kind of rest on. So I'm going to try to see how flush this becomes. Of course, there's everything in the way right now. There's a little nipple there, but I'm gonna get this flush. Then I'm going to shave these, make sure this rests on there properly, sits on there properly. And yeah, and do something similar on this side. On this side we have these 2. So similar thing here, this would go across, and then here I would probably have 2 separate ones so that they clear this connection. Oh shoot, there's a battery thing here. I'm gonna try to come up with some sort of a plate, I guess, that clears that opening and still taps into there. Yeah, I think that could work. What are the odds that the right angle grinder is plugged in? None. 2 grinders, always one has the wrong attachment. Someday I'll have 3. Ooh, I know. First EV conversion, I had 1 angle grinder. Second EV conversion, I have 2 angle grinders. Third EV conversion, I will have 3. That's the general idea. Of course, there's some crazy little zip dooey dude there just asking to be cut off. Whoa, what are you get stuck on? What's the best way to chop this guy off and not cut any wires? Is there a chance I can do that? Of course, I'm already out. Something's rattling in there. Look at that. Did we achieve flatability? What is going on? Oh man. More little doodads. Come on, doodads. Now, should I use you guys as a set it and forget it even ability? No, I'm gonna shave you knuckleheads. I'm gonna shave you and then regret shaving you. Shave or sand off? Like a surgeon. That's better. That's more civilized. I don't think they protrude out the same amount though. Nah, I don't think so. Or do they? Yeah, this is the kind of nonsense we just expect, I think. Seems fine. So then the key is going to be to trim this. Yeah, I'm gonna shave that down. Cut these down. This might be a little tricky wicky. that's there what we're kind of going for. So here I transferred the holes, and we're playing that game once more. Did I already lose the screw? So doing this left-handed for the camera. This right here, this third one I'm doing first is kind of optional, but if I can get it, okay. And then hopefully these will thread in there. Hopefully these are the right ones. There we go. First time trying it this time, so let's see how good this is. This one's kind of wonky. Well, 2 out of the 3 is not bad. So after a little filing, let me redeem myself, huh? So this is what we're going for on this side. And then this dude right here. I haven't decided if I'm gonna run it the long way. Well, it looks like that screw's gonna touch it, so it may need to run this way. It's a little bit off the bolts, which might be fine. I need a little shave, I think, on the other end. I think I might need a little shave. Okay, so I'm thinking something like this. And you know, something similar on this side. Trying to get to that guy somehow. Drop it down like this. So we have to design a funky looking bracket for here. I put this on. This is for the battery, and because there's obviously interference, so I'm figuring this is going to go on and the bracket's going to hang over it, and we'll have to drop the charger in order to get to that. But how often are we going to unplug this, right? Now that I jinxed myself, probably all the time. So here we go. I think the first thing I want to do is get my height. So I'm going to unbolt this and make the second side at least this tall, and then go from there. Guys, pay attention where I put these screws, okay? Because they will walk away. They will walk away. I should go crazy on that width. Is that gonna be enough? It's gotta be enough of a widthness there, right? Same thing. Yeah, so. Will this tear nicely? Ah. Gotta cut it. Okay, hopefully this is still visible. Here we just want to do a guideline for the height. So that's going to be our height. And I fold this semi-accurately. Okay, so we're going to do our typical top. And now we need to make this go on there in some sort of a semi-intelligent fashion. Okay, so we want to make ourselves a template. Just eyeballing this. Where this guy is. Let me get some scissors. So just roughly cut around this dude. This is all just guesstimations. Perfect. Then let's see here. So I want to show you guys a little trick for hole transferability. This is just going to act as a straight edge, so I can get this down to the bottom. You want a ball peen hammer, and you're gonna tap it. See, you guys see what's happening there? It just punched through the hole. I hope you guys can still see this. I really don't want to let go. See how there's a hole there now? So the tricky thing is that I suck at doing this left-handed. You're going gentle. This works better on cast iron, obviously. But here I'm just getting an imprint of this part just for funsies. That's not, this one isn't important. See that? So we just punched them. And you can see, oh, it's like a hole punch now, right? An inefficient hole punch. Okay, so this one protrudes a little bit further out. That's all right. So, I'm a legend in my own mind when it comes to rounded corners, and the way you achieve those, you have to find a random piece of used up cutoff wheel, and then you just give yourself a little guide, and that's what you're gonna cut off and grind over if you so desire. Wondering how I want to handle the middle part. I can worry about that later. And then I have this section, this right here. That's where the battery plugs in. So I kind of just want to avoid that. I wonder how much room that thing really needs. Maybe here I'll just I can literally just cut it like that. And then being the roundy dude, get all fancy. And I get this deal going. In case Johannes is watching, I gotta use a straight edge here. So maybe something like that will work. We'll cut it out, see what happens. So I kind of left more meat on here just in case. I can always, grind it, but something like this sections probably will get rounded. This is kind of a weak spot, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna cut this out of metal and see what happens. So here is a perfectly rusty piece. Where's our template at? I'm just gonna throw it on here, trace it, and hope for the best. Top. Don't ask me what that looks like. It's like, what are those like? Rashad diagrams? Road chart? I don't know what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, over at our water jet, let's slice this out. So I usually don't try to be a hero. I'm just gonna cut out a rectangle and then trim it later. So on these, I'll just cut the corners. Less work for the grinder. Gotta cut this out. I'm low on whatever. Not sure if I can get in there. There it is. Not a fan of that. I need to open that up more. It's close. It is close. Huh. I wonder if I can just round that corner and get it to where I want it. Let's, where's my pen? It would really have to be. Just giving myself some markings there. This is just gonna take a little digging around. Sometimes clearing something like that, if you don't want to be a barbarian, could, you know, like take longer than making the whole piece. Right, guys, in the end, I think this is what we combobulated right here. And I just want want to show you that it clears everything. That's why the orange cable is on here. So but Greg is pleased with that. I mean, it looks like a boot or something, but I don't care. You know, that goes there. Then this will go on there like this. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it and weld it flush or just give me some overlap here. Probably give me some overlap. That will clear everything nicely and I won't burn through, and then there's room for margin for error and all that. Yeah, and that should hang. I don't think I'm blocking anything on this side. So yeah, that's nice and flush. And this is 1/8 of an inch for sure. Just a little bit even thicker than that, I think. So yeah, that's gonna work, I think. Cool.